Several payday loan businesses in Scottsbluff have shuttered their doors over the last few months, and Nebraska voters played a huge part in that. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, back in November, Nebraska voters had the opportunity to vote on a ballot measure on whether or not to cap payday lender loans to a maximum APR of 36%, and nearly 83% of voters were in support of those caps. Since that time, at least two payday loan businesses, Check and Go and Advance America, have already shut their doors. I sat down with Platte Valley Company's Executive Vice President Zach Karpf, and this week we'll go over in a three-part series covering what these payday loans are, why many in the industry view these as predatory in nature, how to address the need to bridge the gap for those who relied on payday loans, and getting on that financial road to recovery. So starting at the top, Karpf explains what a payday loan is.
So in the state of Nebraska, they're referred to as delayed deposit services, also known as payday lenders, and they are only for loans of less than $500, and they have certain requirements geared towards the amount of fees that a delayed deposit service provider can do. And so they're generally used for emergency type situations where a small amount of cash is needed very, very quickly.
However, in many instances, that is not how these loans were being utilized, and rather, they're willing to, in essence, pay $75 on top of their $425 loan to get them from paycheck to paycheck.
Correct. And unfortunately what happens is somebody starts down that road, and then it just tends to be a vicious cycle of replacing a previous loan with a new loan, paying off the old loan with my current paycheck, incurring additional fees and costs that really I can't afford anyways for those individuals that use those services.
And $75 may not sound that bad, but Karpf says when that loan is annualized, that percentage kicks up quickly.
Yes, and what drives that annual percentage rate calculation is the fact that the loan there's a requirement that the loan has to be repaid within, I believe, 34 days. And so since that fee is incurred and repaid over such a short period of time, when you annualize that is what kicks it up to an almost 400% APR.
Well, coming up tomorrow, we'll continue with part 2 of this series and discuss why states like Nebraska have begun cracking down on these delayed deposit services. Well, Panhandle residents under 65 with medical conditions are being asked to wait to sign up for the COVID vaccine until a statewide registration system is up and running. PPHD Director Kim Engel says more than 6,300 people have signed up who are 65 and older, as well as those with certain medical conditions that may or may not have to re-register with the Department of Health and Human Service system, expected to be operational by the end of the month.
We haven't quite determined that yet. We think that the state's system is going to be pretty slick, but we hate to tell people to have to fill out the form twice. So we have the information. We'll reach out to you if more is needed, but for right now, we would rather not have additional people sign up if it's for medical conditions only and they're not 65 or older.
Meanwhile, Engel says the Panhandle has done very well when it comes to vaccinations in long-term care facilities, with nearly 85% of workers and residents getting a shot, which is 4th highest in the state. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your midweek forecast. All of that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
Hey y'all, Heather here with Platte Valley Back & Sew. Platte Valley Back & Sew has been a cornerstone in downtown Scottsbluff since 1977. Our family brings over 100 years combined experience in the vacuum and sewing machine industry. We stand behind all of our products with a warranty you can trust and service you can count on. Whether you decide to shop in-store or online at PlatteValleyBackandSew.com, our quality products and customer care shine through. You can buy online, sign up for classes, see a calendar of classes and events, view our newsletter, and stay up to date. Platte Valley Back & Sew, downtown Scottsbluff, and online to serve you.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Clear skies tonight across the region, not much doing. Temps falling down into the teens and 20s, not as cold as what we were this morning, that is for sure. We're going to have several mild days coming up. It's going to be windy on Saturday. Then it looks like a storm is poised for the middle portions of next week. Right now we're forecasting snow and much colder conditions, still several days away, but things look like they're going to get a little more interesting here by the first couple of days of February. 20 yesterday, that's half of what we should be. We were half of that. 10 for a low yesterday. That was just before midnight. We got even colder than that. We'll show you that here in a moment. 1/100th of an inch of moisture in the rain gauge. We're exactly half of where we should be for the month and year. Here were the low temperatures this morning, and man, was it chilly. Below zero by a degree in Wheatland, Torrington, and up in Chadron, 4 in Scottsbluff, 1 a popular number, Kimball, Alliance, Sidney, Ogallala, 4 in Valentine, 3 in Cheyenne, 5 in Pine Bluffs. As you can see, it was cold all across the area. 15 in McCook. Speaking of cold, that colder air here in the heavier snow-packed areas of central and eastern Nebraska. Teens all across those areas. A few low 20s by the time you get to Valentine, and then we've got 30s out here in our area with some of the warmer conditions. Again, it depends on where you're at. It's 15 in Ogallala, 19 in Mullen, 36 right now in Scottsbluff, 28 in Lusk, 26 in Cheyenne. Winds at about 5 to 15 miles an hour, we'll call it. Enough to drop wind chills down to 7 in Ogallala, Mullen, single digits up in Valentine as well. Teens and 20s elsewhere for those wind chills. So it is going to be cool when you get on the bus tomorrow, but not as cold as this morning. Will be partly cloudy to start the morning and 14 on our way home. 46 degrees with partly cloudy skies. So as you can see, nicer day coming tomorrow across the region. We'll be back into the 40s. Clear skies for the most part across the area tonight. Nothing really happening. East-southeast winds at maybe 5 to 15 miles an hour tonight, and lows are going to stay up a little bit compared to where they were last night. Still some single digits off to the southeast. Low teens. That might be a bit too optimistic. We might drop a little bit cooler than that, but certainly warmer than where we were to start this morning. We shouldn't see any below zero readings. Tomorrow, just a few clouds around the area. When we average the whole day out, it'll be partly cloudy. That's it. Nothing really happening tomorrow. Light winds and milder temps here across the region. Temps going to go well into the 40s, flirting with 50 in some areas. Cheyenne, Kimball, both at 50 tomorrow. And again, cooler just off to the east. Ogallala there at 39. Nothing coming in precip or snowfall over the next 36 hours. Again, we'll keep an eye on the middle of next week for that. 10% chance of any precip tonight. We're not going to get any of that. 14, it'll be mainly clear, not as cold out there. Tomorrow, how about temps into the mid and upper 40s? We'll call it 48. Comfortable conditions. Winds at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. That's it. And then we will hold there in the upper 40s Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A little windy on Saturday. That's of note. Going to see some gustier breezes coming through there. Then Monday, Tuesday of next week, we actually warm up into the mid and upper 50s. But just in time for Groundhog Day there Monday night, or Tuesday night rather, into Wednesday. We've got snow in the forecast right now. Good shot of some snow by Wednesday. And temperatures only back into the low 30s. For highs, as we're going to be sharply colder by Wednesday. That cold air looks to hang around through the weekend.
Scale Sales and Service is the one-stop shop for all your weighing needs, from laboratory calibration, packing houses, livestock, and truck sales. It's a full-service scale company from solutions to installation and 24/7 emergency service support. Scale Sales and Service is there for you because your business is their priority. Servicing 7 states with headquarters in Omaha. Scale Sales and Service, your partner for all your weighing needs. Find us today at 247scales.com.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Holiday recycling tips.
The holidays bring wrapping paper, boxes, and trees. Remember, when done with these items, recycle them. Wrapping paper can be collected and recycled in one of the city's recycling bins. Boxes can be collapsed and stored to use later or recycled. Finally, your old Christmas tree can be dropped off at this location. This holiday season, give thanks and a start to a healthier new year. Meet at Tri-City Stormwater.
Welcome back. Staff from Eastern Wyoming College and the Torrington Police Department responded jointly to an emailed threat that was sent to a staff member at EWC from an email service hosted outside the U.S. The threat was received shortly after 1 p.m. Tuesday and was not specific to the campus, staff, or students at EWC. In an abundance of caution, EWC officials contacted the police to conduct an investigation and respond to the threat. A sweep of the campus was completed to verify the safety of staff and students. Nothing unusual or suspicious was found. As the investigation was concluded, additional incidents of smaller email threats were reported at other campuses in Wyoming and across the nation. Staff says this incident is an unfortunate reminder that even in our safe community, it's important to remain vigilant and respond appropriately when concerns arise. Well, improvements in COVID case statistics and increased passenger numbers have prompted officials with Tri-City Roadrunner to resume deviated fixed route services starting on Monday. According to Scottsbluff County Transit Manager Kurt Richter, routes will return to their normal schedule of 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Folks that are used to using the route stop to stop, whether paying on a trip-by-trip basis or using a monthly pass, will be able to do that again. Without having to pre-schedule their trips. They just need to be at the bus stop at the appropriate time to catch the bus to their appropriate stop down the route.
Richter tells KNB News all virus protocols on buses will remain the same with regard to required masks and social distancing to the best extent possible, and drivers will continue with sanitizing procedures. He says weekly COVID figures will be monitored and adjustments to service will be made as necessary, but it's hoped that increased vaccinations will keep those numbers falling. And Western Nebraska Community College is inviting high school juniors, seniors, and their families to attend the 2021 virtual Discover WNCC Open House next month. On February 8th, students and their families will have an opportunity to learn about WNCC's programs of study, the financial aid process, and student life through 2 Zoom sessions. WNCC Admissions Director Gretchen Foster says attendees will be able to interact with instructors and current students and ask questions. Advanced registration is not necessary, but doing so will enter a prospective student into a drawing for one of 8 $250 scholarships. To register, you can go online to wncc.edu/discover. Well, straight ahead, we'll head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. You'll meet Chief in just 90 seconds.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son, or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
The holidays are a time to connect with family, with friends, with each other. After a busy year, the holidays are a perfect time for laughing together, playing together, talking together, and celebrating together. Spend time this holiday season connecting with the people that mean the world to you, and let us take care of the connectivity.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
Welcome back. For this week's featured pet of the week, we meet Chief, a big, big dog who needs a great forever home.
Well, that's Chief. He's 3 years old. He is a Pit Bull Mastiff mix. He's a ball full of energy, and he's strong. His adoption fee is $150. That includes all his rabies vaccine, his boosters, and his neuter, and the microchip. A good household for him would be one that doesn't have a lot of kids. Older kids are fine. Very disciplined. Sizes for him is definitely an issue just because he's a really big dog.
But is he lovable?
He is very lovable. He can't be in a home with cats or livestock. Dogs that know, he's okay with dogs as long as they know, like, to tell him to stop. So, because he can get really into it.
Plus, whoever adopts Chief will also receive a $25 Murdoch's gift card to start spoiling him right away. Well, straight ahead, your midweek community calendar. We'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of ReMax Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, ReMax, and settle down.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, we believe in personalized planning for your financial goals.
As your retirement income partners, our concern for your success, combined with resources from Raymond James, can help you make confident decisions for your financial future.
Our team of financial advisors will help you make your money work just as hard as you did to earn it. After all, our goal is to help you reach your financial goals.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Kevin Fig, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation pre-retirement review.
And finally tonight, members of the Scottsbluff Gering Chamber of Commerce gathered virtually yesterday to honor those named as Chamber Award winners for 2020, including a new award for outstanding service. Nebraska State Senator John Stinner of Gering was honored as the Chamber's 2020 Trailblazer, given to an outstanding leader in the community. The 2020 Visionary Superstar is Midwest Theater Executive Director Billy Estes. This past year was challenging for all businesses, and Estes did not miss a beat. He collaborated with several businesses and built a team to create a pop-up drive-in movie to provide safe environments for Western Nebraska residents to enjoy films. The pop-up quickly outgrew the location at the Legacy of the Plains Museum, and a larger venue was created near the airport. Nebraska 3rd District Congressman Adrian Smith noticed Billy's fantastic problem-solving skills, and Estes received recognition for the Excellence in Innovation and Adaptation Award this past October. And City of Scottsbluff Economic Development Director Star Leal was named the 2020 Rising Star. She's been a valuable resource and assists in the collaboration for economic development, tourism, and community development. Projects have included Scottsbluff Downtown Revitalization Grants for East Overland Business Districts, 5 major LB 840 projects with others in progress, which total over $1 million and nearly 100 jobs. And as last night's event drew to a close, outgoing Chair Katie Camacho announced the Panhandle Public Health District team as the Distinguished Service Award recipient. Their staff of 23 have kept the community informed of Nebraska State health-directed measures and other data to assess procedures to help us all maintain business, schools, churches, and all walks of life.
So Kim, I'm here today on behalf of the Chamber, and we are so excited to be able to present you with our 2020 Distinguished Service Award. We're presenting it to Panhandle Public Health District for your response to the COVID-19 pandemic and all that you and your staff have done, from the weekly briefings to the dashboard to contact tracing and PPE distribution and coordination of testing. I could go on and on. But anyway, everything that you all have done to keep our community safe, honestly, I can't think of a better group to give it to this year. So this is for you and all of your staff.
Delivering her partial remarks as chair, Camacho told Chamber members a simple thank you seemed inadequate. She said the economic struggles of this last year were unprecedented, and yet membership levels maintained with the retention of 93% and 13 new members joining during the year. Camacho then congratulated Jerry Goodman on becoming board president for 2021. Camacho said she's a great leader and an incredible human being to serve the Chamber. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.